Before I play you the song that made a 12-year-old boy sing like a grown man who had already lost everything, let me tell you something. There is a difference between a love song and a love wound. These 10 Motown classics don't just pull at your heartstrings, they reach into your chest, wrap their hands around something private, and they squeeze. Every one of these songs has a real story behind it. Heartbreak, tragedy, triumph, and in more than one case, a recording session that ended in tears.
Now if you feel that you can't go on.
If you have ever loved someone so completely that losing them changed how you breathe, you will feel every single second of what is coming. Let's go. 10. Ribbon in the Sky, Stevie Wonder, 1982. Picture this, it's 1982. Stevie Wonder, blind since infancy, a Motown child prodigy turned genius, sits alone in a studio, no collaborators, no guest writers, just Stevie, his piano, and a synthesizer humming in the dark. He plays every instrument himself. The drums, the bass, the keys, every single layer. One man building a cathedral of sound with his bare hands.
Would guide you my way.
Ribbon in the Sky was born from personal experience, from the ache of loving someone across a distance and refusing to let that distance win.
Ribbons in the sky for our love.
The lyrics ask something almost unbearably tender. If allowed, may I touch your hand? That's not a pop line. That's a prayer.
Please, may I once again.
This song became the wedding song of a generation. And when Whitney Houston died in 2012, Stevie Wonder stood at her funeral and performed it. He changed the lyrics, made them a goodbye. Every person in that room shattered. Some songs outlived their moment. Ribbon in the Sky outlived everything. 9. If I Were Your Woman, Gladys Knight and the Pips, 1970. This song almost didn't happen. Producer Clay McMurray's first choice wasn't Gladys Knight. His first choice was Sandra Blinky Williams.
You'd have no other woman.
His second choice was The Supremes. The Supremes passed.
You were my man.
Blinky was unavailable. Almost by default, the song landed with Gladys, and Gladys wasn't sold on it either.
If I were your woman, if you were my woman, and you.
The lyrics were too brazen. A woman singing about another woman's man, making no apologies.
Would she treat you like glass? Yeah.
But she relented, and what she delivered was not a vocal performance. It was a confession.
Oh, girl like a diamond.
Her voice, searing, controlled, aching, sounds like a woman who's been holding something back for years and can't hold it 1 second longer.
If I were your woman, if you were my woman, here's what.
If I Were Your Woman hit #1 on the R&B chart in January 1971. Gladys Knight's final Motown #1.
Ooh, yeah.
Ruth Pointer of the Pointer Sisters once said this song helped hold her together through a painful divorce.
And you don't even know it.
When that heartbeat bass line came in, I'd feel better about myself. That's what this song does. It witnesses. It says, your pain is real, and you are not alone in it.
Listen, 90% of you watching right now aren't subscribed yet. If these stories are blowing your mind, imagine what you're missing. Hit subscribe, turn on that bell, and join the 200,000 R&B fans who never miss a Groove Lens upload.
8. Since I Lost My Baby, The Temptations, 1965. Smokey Robinson wasn't just a songwriter, he was a poet who worked inside 3-minute pop songs.
The sun is shining.
When he wrote Since I Lost My Baby for The Temptations, he handed David Ruffin one of the most emotionally demanding vocal challenges of his career.
Lost my baby, since I lost my baby.
And Ruffin, a man whose voice already sounded like it had been through war, rose to meet it.
The sun is cold and the new day.
The recording session at Hitsville, USA was legendary.
And the bosses are paying. Not a
Ruffin's vocal was so raw that some of the other Temptations were moved to tears during playback, not recording, playback.
I'll be trying.
They heard it back through the monitors and they broke. Smokey compared losing love to the sun losing brightness,
Please help me find you.
to birds forgetting how to sing, to bees forgetting how to sting. Every verse strips another piece of joy from the world, and beneath it all,
I lost my baby. Since I lost my baby.
the Funk Brothers created a musical bed that feels like it's slowly sinking, like the floor is dropping out from under you.
Good things are bad.
Ruffin once said this was the hardest song he ever sang, not because of the vocal range,
Determination is faith.
but because accessing that sadness before every performance took a toll he never fully recovered from. Some songs ask for your voice. This one asks for his soul. 7. The Tracks of My Tears, Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, 1965. In 2021, Rolling Stone ranked The Tracks of My Tears the greatest Motown song of all time. Not one of the greatest, the greatest. Bob Dylan called Smokey Robinson America's greatest living poet. If you need proof, this is it. Guitarist Marv Tarplin found a riff, borrowed from a Harry Belafonte song, and twisted into something new. He played it for Smokey, and Smokey held on to it for 6 months. He couldn't find the words until he stood in front of a mirror one day and thought, what if a person cried so much you could see the tracks of their tears in their face? The song is about a man who performs happiness for the world while dying inside. He goes to parties. He tells jokes. He plays the clown. Nobody sees it. Nobody knows, except her, the one who left. Inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame, preserved by the Library of Congress, and Pete Townshend of The Who was so struck by one single word Smokey sang. he turned it into the title of the Who's most famous song, One Man, One Mirror, 6 Months of Patience. 6. I'll Be There, the Jackson 5, 1970. On August 28, 1970, Motown released I'll Be There. The next day, August 29th, Michael Jackson turned 12 years old. 12 years old, and he had just recorded the most achingly adult ballad Motown had ever put on wax. Songwriter Willie Hutch got a call in the middle of the night. Complete rewrite needed by morning. He stayed up all night, delivered it to Berry Gordy at 8 a.m. Hours later, Michael walked into the studio.
Let me fill your heart with joy.
During the final take, Michael accidentally sang, "Just Look Over Your Shoulders, Honey." Both shoulders. Honey, not in the original lyrics. Gordy left it in.
Yeah, baby. With a nice selfish love.
I'll Be There held #1 on the Hot 100 for 5 consecutive weeks. 6.1 million copies worldwide.
I'll be your strength. I'll keep.
The most successful single in Motown's entire Detroit era.
I'll be there with a love that's strong.
Michael later said this song, more than anything, defined who the Jackson 5 were. Not the funk, not the dance. This. When he died in 2009, Mariah Carey sang it at his memorial, and a room full of people who had been loved by his music wept. 5. Reach Out, I'll Be There, the Four Tops, 1966. Let's talk about being pushed to your absolute limit and discovering your limit was further than you ever imagined.
Reach out for me.
It is the summer of 1966. Producers Holland, Dozier, and Holland have one specific instruction for Levi Stubbs. Sing this song at the very top of your vocal range, not your comfort zone, the absolute peak. Duke Fakir, the Four Tops' last surviving original member, explained exactly what happened inside that studio. Eddie realized that when Levi hit the top of his range, it sounded like someone genuinely hurting. So he made him stay right up there.
Come on, girl. Reach out for me.
Every time they thought he had reached the ceiling, he would push a little further until you could actually hear the tears trapped inside his voice. Then, in the middle of a live take, Levi Stubbs spontaneously sang a line that was never written down. Just look over your shoulder. It was not in the lyrics. It was not rehearsed. It came purely from the heart, and it stayed in the final recording forever.
Come on, girl. Reach out for me.
Duke Fakir personally begged Berry Gordy not to release this as a single. Berry, stop. Don't do this to us. This record has no anchor.
And I'll be there.
Gordy just smiled, hit play, and let the Tops hear it back for the first time. They had no further objections.
Where you hang your head.
#1 in October 1966. Grammy Hall of Fame in 1998. Phil Spector called it Black Dylan, not a comparison, a coronation. 4. Ain't No Mountain High Enough. Marvin Gaye and Tammi Terrell, 1967.
Listen, baby, ain't no
I need you to hold one specific image in your mind before I tell you this story.
ain't no valley low enough.
October 14th, 1967. Marvin Gaye and Tammi Terrell are performing live on stage at Hampton-Sydney College in Virginia.
Count on me, darling, from that day on.
Midway through the show, Tammi stumbles and collapses directly into Marvin's arms.
I set you free. I told you you could always.
She was later diagnosed with a malignant brain tumor. She was 24 years old. The song itself predated their partnership entirely. Nick Ashford and Valerie Simpson wrote it before either of them had ever joined Motown. Dusty Springfield asked if she could record it first. Ashford and Simpson said no. They were holding it for the right moment.
Oh, baby, there ain't no mountain high.
In January 1967, Tammi walked into the studio nervous and under-rehearsed. Her vocal was captured alone.
Oh, no, darling.
Then Marvin came in separately on a different day and layered his voice around hers.
Enough to keep me from getting to you, baby.
They were never in the same room at the same time. And yet the recording sounds like two people sharing a single breath.
Ever in trouble, I'll be there on the double. Just send.
Marvin later admitted he had no idea Tammi was as gifted a singer as she turned out to be.
No, baby, 'cause you are my.
Tammi Terrell died on March 16, 1970, at 24 years old. Her funeral was attended by only one person from the entire music industry, Marvin Gaye.
Ain't no valley low enough.
The grief broke something open inside him permanently. His devastation became, what's going on? His mourning became, let's get it on.
Ain't no mountain high enough.
I think as far back as I can remember.
She changed him, and he changed the world. Every time you hear this song now, underneath all that joy and promise, you can hear what it truly cost. 3. Ain't No Mountain High Enough. Diana Ross, 1970. Diana Ross has just walked away from the Supremes. 11 #1 hits. The most successful female group in the entire history of Motown. And now, she is standing completely alone for the first time. Her debut solo single, Reach Out and Touch Somebody's Hand, peaked at number 20. Meanwhile, the Supremes' very first single without her, Up the Ladder to the Roof, climbed all the way to number 10. Her solo career was in serious trouble before it had properly begun.
I know you.
She was so rattled that she started introducing herself to audiences at early shows with these words.
Ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't nobody low enough.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Let's See If Diana Ross Can Do It By Herself show.
Like OC1 guarantee, you'll always have me.
Then Ashford and Simpson arrived with a complete reimagining of Ain't No Mountain High Enough. Berry Gordy hated what they built. He demanded the chorus be moved to the opening of the song. Ashford and Simpson flatly refused. Gordy threatened not to release it at all. Then radio programmers discovered it, buried on her debut album, and started playing it without asking anyone's permission. Switchboards lit up everywhere it played. Gordy released it as a single in July 1970. By September 19th, it replaced Edwin Starr's War at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, 3 weeks at the top. Grammy nominated, over 1 million copies sold. Diana Ross had done it entirely by herself. 2. My Girl. The Temptations featuring David Ruffin, 1964.
I've got sunshine.
Smokey Robinson wrote this song for his friend David Ruffin. But that is not the complete truth. He wrote it for his wife. Claudette Robinson, Smokey's partner, had just suffered yet another miscarriage. One of several she endured quietly during the course of their marriage.
I've got so much hurt.
Smokey was completely devastated, helpless in the most painful way a person can be helpless, unable to fix the thing that was broken.
And the birds in the trees.
So he did the only thing he actually knew how to do. He wrote her a song. My Girl was recorded in the fall of 1964. It was the very first Temptations single to feature David Ruffin on lead vocals. He was raw, he was magnetic, he was impossibly hungry. Guitarist Robert White built an opening guitar riff so immediately recognizable that music scholars still study its construction today.
I've got all the riches, baby.
My Girl hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in January 1965. The Temptations' very first pop #1, inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame, named among Rolling Stone's 500 greatest songs of all time.
Talking about.
But here is what breaks you when you know the full story. David Ruffin was fired from the Temptations in 1968.
My girl.
He died of a cocaine overdose in 1991, and Smokey Robinson attended the funeral.
The riches, baby. One man can.
The man who wrote My Girl listened to his own song play for a man he loved, a love song for the living, sung at the burial of the
What can make me feel this way?
1. Ain't Nothing Like the Real Thing, Marvin Gaye and Tammi Terrell, 1968.
No other sound is quite.
I saved this one for last. Not because it is the saddest song on this list, because it is the most truthful. And real truth, the kind that has been lived and suffered through, is always the hardest thing to sit with.
Ain't nothing like the real thing.
By the time Marvin Gaye and Tammi Terrell recorded Ain't Nothing Like the Real Thing in 1968, Tammi had already received her diagnosis. She had already been through her first surgery. She was showing up to record between hospital visits, between rounds of treatment,
Hanging on the wall, but it can't see or come to me.
between the quiet knowledge that her time was being counted out in months, not years. And Marvin Gaye stood in that studio and sang love songs with her.
They don't move me like when I hear.
Because it was the only gift he still had the power to give. When Marvin sings about something rare, precious, irreplaceable,
When I call your name, I realize
he is not performing a fantasy. He is singing about a woman who is actively dying, singing it directly to her face.
my game, a fantasy, I pretend.
The song hit #1 on the R&B chart. Rolling Stone called their partnership the definitive vocal duet of the entire 1960s.
No other side.
Tammi died in March 1970. Marvin did not perform publicly for nearly 2 full years. When he finally returned, he came back with What's Going On.
It's quite the same as your name. No touch.
Ain't nothing like the real thing sounds like pure joy. And underneath every single note of that joy, you can hear a man refusing to let go.
No other side.
These songs were not just records. They were conversations, confessions, farewells, and somehow, 50 years later, they still hurt in all the right places. If this moved you tonight, hit subscribe and leave a comment below. Tell us which song hit hardest. Every week, we go deeper. More stories, more soul, more truth behind the music that built all of us. Motown made the sound of a generation, and we are just getting started.